It was a real tough game tonight. Oklahoma State early on really just set the tone on the boards. Martin had the game of her life, 20 points, 20 boards, and that obviously hurt us. And then 55 got some real good offensive boards when we were trying to make a run back. So we really struggled there, even though the numbers look good on paper. The first half really set the tone, and then they shot 42%, and we didn't shoot as well at 37%. So that kind of is what happened, and they controlled the tempo.
Whitney, how difficult were they to keep off the boards, especially there early? It seemed like they really, like Sharon said, set the tone for the rest of the game there in the first 10 or 15 minutes.
I think at first it seemed really difficult because it seemed like everybody was crashing. Like we boxed one person out and somebody get loose, and they were getting long rebounds too. So it was difficult at first.
Mike.
Courtney, how were they able to limit you guys in transition for most of the game?
We weren't rebounding; they were getting offensive rebounds. So when they aren't scoring, then we're able to push the ball. But they were obviously getting the rebounds, putting layups, and it's hard to run on that. And we weren't knocking down shots either.
Courtney, they got some second chance points on you. You got it down to 6 points, and they got that three-pointer, which came off of the second chance. Does that sort of encapsulate a little bit of your issues? You know, you could make a run there, but then they'd get a rebound and get a bucket on you.
Yeah, every time we would fight back, they would come back with an answer. And good teams do that. And at this point in the tournament, that's what good teams do. So every time we got close, they hit a three or got a steal or something would happen.
Whitney, anything different about the way they played defense, or the zone that they had that maybe threw you guys out of sync a little bit?
I'd have to watch the film because in the game you don't really see everything. But I think at times they threw us out of sync really, and I think it started with the rebounding. We weren't able to get out and run like we wanted to, and the middle was really clogged up. So sometimes we drove and we weren't getting the looks that we really wanted.
Kyle.
Courtney, can you talk about the performance of Whitney, not only today, but all weekend, and sort of how she rose up during this tournament a little?
Whitney's been huge for us all season. To see her come back from rehab and to finish these last two games the way she has, I'm very proud of her, and I can't wait for her to see what she can do next year.
Go to Stacy.
Whitney, how you feel like you played tonight?
I'm never satisfied. I missed a couple crucial free throws. I could have boxed out better, played better defense, but I'm not satisfied. We didn't win, so.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Second row.
Courtney, how proud are you of the team this season?
We just talked in the locker room about all the adversity we've went through, and to hear from people's mouths who had went through that adversity to thank us as a team, bawling their eyes out, that means more to me than winning tonight and things that we've went through as a team.
Sharon, sort of what I asked Courtney there, too, about the one sequence. You got it down to 6,
Yeah.
and they got that rebound, and then the three-pointer. It sort of was the story for the whole game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we just couldn't get where we needed to be. Just when that happened and there was a dagger, then we had 2 turnovers in a row, and then it stretched back to 11. So, those were keys to the game. They played a great game, and I knew it was going to be a great game. I thought it would go back and forth, that type of thing. But, when they got that lead, we just needed to make sure that we secured the ball and boxed out better. And, they're a very good rebounding team, which they showed tonight.
Did the early rebounding edge for them just kind of take you out of the transition that you wanted to use tonight?
Yeah. Very early when they were crashing the boards, exceptionally 22. That kind of it does set the tone. Your defense sets the tone, or rebounding sets the tone, and that kind of did that. And trying to push the ball, trying to get back. We've got to be able to have a post player run the middle of the floor, and that's been a weakness of ours all year. Whitney's been getting the rebound, but we don't have that other post running down the floor. And so, when you don't have that option, then it's easier to defend on the wings.
How important was this tournament for Whitney, do you think?
I think it's big. I think the whole year has been big. I never thought Whitney we didn't know if she'd finish the whole season. We didn't know where she'd be. She's above and beyond what anybody, doctors, everyone didn't think she could ever play again, and I think she's been against the odds. And I've just, she's just battled. She's a kid that has so much passion and love for the game, and she's just been amazing for us.
Why was Martin so difficult to match up with?
I don't know. Everybody's like, "Where's she coming from?" I'm like, "Well, if it's man to man, the person who's contestant should be boxing her out. In zone, it's a little different. It could be a guard, could be a post, but we were boxing out, and then she would find that just get inside, and she was on a mission, and she finished it. There's no question about that. She played great."
Kyle?
Just these seniors wanted to get to the Sweet 16. It was pretty important to them, but to see them fall short of that goal, just obviously a difficulty. But what's sort of at the top of your mind as this season comes to an end?
I just we say this every year, but I think this year, because we've dealt with so many issues, like 5 heavy life death situations. Just so proud of them, and KK was a huge loss just because, she's been playing here for 5 years and has been part of that senior class. So, you're falling short from the Sweet 16 basketball-wise, but when you talk about everything else as a group of young women, they're a top in the country. So that's the best I can kind of sum it up.
One more, Kyle?
Just the couple minutes to end the first half and then the couple minutes to start the second half. Pretty critical swing there in their favor that really sort of put you pretty far behind.
Yeah, it did. Just trying to, come out and execute, and we turned the ball over. There's never a good way to start your second half or kick it out of bounds or whatever. And, so, I mean, it's always the first 4 minutes and then the end of the halves and then the beginning of the half, and we didn't do very well.
Mike, anything else? Thank you, Coach.